Hey, welcome to Business 101, Introduction to Business. I'm Tim Watt, and I will be your instructor this term. It's my great pleasure to have you in this class, and I hope that we'll have a wonderful time together this term, learning about what business is, what could be your possible role in business, and to equip you with tools and concepts and techniques for you to use as soon as you get busy in the world of business. In this particular very first lecture, we want to ask and answer the question and have us all consider, what is business? Exactly what is business? What does this term describe and encompass? And therefore to provide some boundaries for our discussion as well as some focus for us in this lecture, in the coming lectures, is all the modules in this class. Well, the textbook defines business as a person's regular occupation, profession, or trade, or the practice of making one's living by engaging in commerce. And you can see there then some of the things that we probably won't be focusing on in this class. We won't be focusing on organizations that don't have profit as a primary goal. We won't be focusing on non-governmental organizations, non-profits like churches or charities. We'll be focusing primarily upon for-profit businesses. Now, there are many different types of businesses that fall under that description, a for-profit business. Everything from a one-person sole proprietorship to a multinational corporation. We know some of the names of companies like that, like Amazon.com or Southwest Airlines or General Motors or Toyota. We'll cover all of those kinds of organizations, but primarily our criteria is an organization that has profit as one of its primary motives. So you can see here in this next slide, business, an organization that provides goods or services to earn profits. And here we get to the very important first topic in our entire class, and that is the topic of profit. What is profit? Well, if you're not familiar with the business terms, sometimes we mistake the term profit, well, for cash in hand. Or we mistake the word profit for revenue, the stuff that comes into our company when we sell our goods or services. Well, as you can see in this slide, we very carefully define profits as the difference between a business's revenues and its expenses. And therefore, the very important, crucial equation in this very first lecture, profit equals revenue minus expenses. I'm going to repeat that. Profit equals revenue minus expenses. So what's revenue? Revenue represents the money that you take into your business when you sell your goods or services. If you're McDonald's and you sell a Big Mac, you're probably charging anywhere from $3 to $4. The customer hands over $3 or $4 in cash or through a debit card or however you pay for it. That's sales revenue. Now, of course, that's not the end of the story, right? Because every business, whether you're selling hamburgers or selling airline flights, you also have expenses. You have employees that you have to pay wages to. Those are expenses. You have the cost of material, whether it's jet fuel to fly an airplane or hamburger buns and hamburger meat to make hamburgers. You have to pay for those things, and those are also expenses. And so the difference between when you take in sales revenue and then subsequently pay expenses, what's left over is profit. And that is what the business earns. The business earns profit. Maybe the most important first equation that I'm going to ask you to remember for the rest of this class, for the rest of this semester, for the rest of your life. It's that important a concept. What's not so really absolutely crucial, it's important but not crucial. What's your sales revenue? What are you bringing in sales? But what's really crucial is, of that amount that you're bringing in, how much do you get to keep? How much is profit? In fact, I would tell you, if you're a serious business major, perhaps this is your first tattoo. Perhaps this is the first thing you have tattooed on your arm or the inside of your leg or wherever you want to get your first tattoo. The profit equation. Profit equals revenues minus expenses. It's a crucial concept in business. That's why we're in business. And that's really the first concept that we want you to take away as we look at this very first part of Chapter 1 content. Hope that's helpful. Always remember, profit is revenue minus expenses. I hope that's helpful, and we'll see you in the next lecture.